It always amuses me the number of men who say things like, women these days just don't respect men the way our grandmothers did. 70% of divorces are filed by women. Yeah! You know why you file for divorce? Because your partner sucks. Hi, it's your friendly neighborhood bog hag. Back to make another video that I just know is gonna piss off the incels, and I am so here for that. I'm so here for it. So we have a rash of very, very small men making a lot of really stupid comments. Hi, if you're my age and suffering from vaginal dryness, it's probably that dusty ass man you're with. Get a new one. People used to tell me all the time, oh, you got that resting bitch face. Motherfucker, who's resting? I have an idea. How about this? Men who wish to legislate women's bodies must first locate and identify the schmlitterus on a live model. Man bashing? Honey, that wasn't man bashing. Give me some credit. I can bash men so much better than that. When you have a problem so bad that the government needs to step in and address it and treat it like errorism tag.
See guys, this is what I find interesting. We can't say anything about women because we are labeled misogynists. But women can say anything about men, anything, and there are no repercussions. But they still complain about the patriarchy and the laws when they're the ones that are the most protected.
Your inabilities do not limit my capabilities. So if you think that I'm full of shit, that's a you problem. Nose ring alone.
Of course, see how they always blame the man. If something's wrong in her life with any relationship with any guy, it's the guy's fault. Always the guy's fault.
Alone was a poor choice. Thank you, Jason, not Brian Bear. I noticed your profile picture was a can of WD-40. Must be your favorite penetrator.
Understand the risk factors that men have to expose themselves to bring home the money.
Oh my God, ladies, he's so right. Could you imagine if a woman ever had to have a job or do work or pay a bill? Oh my God, what's that? My tiny little lady brain can't comprehend it. Imagine if we went to work and earned 84 cents on the dollar.
So from the start, guys, you know she has a low IQ because that myth has been debunked time and time again. She doesn't even understand how those statistics were measured.
Or had to deal with SA on the job or harassment or being passed over for promotion.
Ma'am, how can you deal with SA and harassment at work when all the laws are against men, when men are afraid to just to do one wrong thing because they can lose their job, because they can go to jail? How can you say that when all the laws, you have all the protection in the world? You just have to go to HR and make up a story and he'll get arrested for nothing without any evidence.
Promotion. Could you imagine? I just wanted to stop by and say that this is disgusting. The energy in this
Once I hear energy, I move on. I can't listen to anymore because it's so stupid.
Has your partner ever done anything so phenomenally stupid that you have to stop and wonder, like, did I marry a unicorn from the land of mental fuckery? Because the ineptitude is just so off the charts.
Then why did you marry him, ma'am? Nobody forced you. Why did you marry him?
The wall, no man on earth can make it fall.
So everyone has always told me, when you stop looking for love, that's when you're gonna find it. So 3 weeks ago, I stopped looking. Haven't found it. How much longer do I have to wait?
I didn't really want to tell the story about how I got brutally ghosted by a guy I thought was
Brutally ghosted. Never heard that before.
obsessed with me.
If he sleeps with your entire friend group, it's because he wants to get to know you better. You are who you hang out with.
All I want to know is, where are the blue collar men when they're not at work? Because they're rarely at the bar. They're not on Hinge. Like, I can't find them anywhere. Sometimes at Buffalo Chip, but that's about it.
They don't tell you in therapy. They forget to tell you that the hardest part of therapy, it's not going through the therapy, it's not going through all of your stuff.
Okay.
No.
The hardest thing about therapy is once you're done, you then have to deal with all the other people who need therapy and haven't had it.
I found out my husband is gay and I'm pregnant by his best friend all in one day.
You couldn't waterboarded that information out of me. You know, we should really bring back quiet time. Or secrets. Or hell, even diaries. Y'all are way too comfortable on the internet, and I'm here for it.
I'm having my butthole surgically removed in 9 days. 10 days? 9 days. So if you have any questions, this is the place to drop them. And
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know even where to start, what to ask.
And I will answer them as quickly as I can.
Sweetheart, I'm gonna tell you like this. My cookies is worth the wait.
No, your cookies ain't worth the wait because you ain't made no...
From the start, when you say that, a smart man will pass on you. He doesn't even want to talk to you.
Nobody wait, you got 2 kids without a marriage. Name me the product that gains value with age and use.
A product that gains value with age and use.
Yeah.
I want to say, I want to
Nothing.
say your mind, but I may be different. I may be
No,
wrong.
I said a product. Where can you go buy a mind? A product.
Oh, a product. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna tell me.
Yeah, nothing. And let's just talk about your cookies. They're getting older and they've been used.
That don't mean
Yeah.
nothing.
Of course, to you it doesn't mean nothing, but to men it does mean something.
You're right, they don't.
And it's always the men talking about you belong to the streets. Bro, you are the streets. You are the dirty, nasty, rat-infested. You're a rat carrying a pizza on a subway in New York, nigga. You are the streets. But because you're not enough for her, and then she ends up with a beautiful man inside and out, and she moved on. We can't...
Sorry guys, I don't even hear what she's saying anymore. I keep thinking about the rat carrying the pizza in New York because I saw a video like that.
So I want to know what people's opinions are of like girls sliding into guys' DMs. Because I know stereotypically it's like the guys that do it, but then I'm like, it shouldn't really be like that. I don't know, just me personally, I feel like I would just like massively embarrass myself. Like there are a few people online who like I would try and slide into the DMs, but it's...
Yeah, but those kinds of guys, I'm sure they are very good looking, they have lots of money, they're above her in looks and status and money and whatever. She's not going to slide in an average guy's DMs. So just forget about it, guys.
It's like, imagine I get rejected.
Oh my god, imagine she gets rejected. Imagine guys getting rejected 100 times. Oh my god.
I just like, I don't know, I'm just too much of an anxious person, but then I know it's not that deep. Like it's just social media.
People keep asking me why I'm single, like, and they assume because...
It's probably because you have 10 tons of makeup on and then 3 filters on top of that. Ma'am, your face looks... I don't know why they do this. Why? And then when the guy meets you in real life and you look nothing like your pictures or your videos, you wonder why they leave or they ghost you after they smash.
Because I have followers and this and that I have no reason to be single, right? Because yes, I get attention, but you don't understand, okay? There's difference in attention and validation and all that than most of you think, okay? You're going off things that you know, so you can't just think because I get attention that I'm like, that's what I need.
Yeah, guys, so let me explain. The majority of attention, like 99% of the attention that she gets, are from regular men or ugly men because she sees them as ugly, average men, and she wants Prince Charming to give her attention and validation, but that rarely happens. So that's why she's still single, because the guys that she wants, of course, don't contact her.
Okay, I am just trying to help others with things that I've been through or things that I'm learning, because I would have liked it if somebody did that for me when I needed it. But anyway.
I can't take advice from somebody that doesn't show her true face, that has 3 tons of makeup and then 3 filters on top of that. How can I listen to you when you're not true to yourself? You don't even show me how you really look.
Things you shouldn't have to ask from your man. You
Okay.
should not be asking your man to post you on social media. Because, sis, if they're not posting you, it's for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. I have to agree.
You should not have to ask your man to plan dates for you. He should want to plan dates with you because he loves you and he wants to spend quality time with you. Girl, you shouldn't have to ask to see your man's phone. If you feel the need to go through his phone, that's a pretty good sign that you guys don't trust each other. You shouldn't have to ask him.
I got so much makeup. Her face looks nothing like it did before, right?
To stop liking other girls' photos if it makes you uncomfortable. If you ask him this and he still does it, he has no respect for you or your relationship. You shouldn't have to ask him to surprise you with flowers every now and then. You shouldn't have to ask him to man up and stop being a little bitch. Either he's a man or he's a boy. You should.
Guys, if she talks to you like that, saying that you have to man up, she's not for you. Leave. Leave, because she doesn't consider you a real man. She doesn't have respect for you, and she sees you like a weak beta male. So you have to leave, guys, because she will never be satisfied. Everything you do will be wrong in her eyes. Why? Because you're not the man for her. She doesn't see you as the man for her.
You shouldn't have to ask him to prioritize his health. If he can't take care of his health, how do you expect him to take care of you? You shouldn't have to ask him to stop dressing like a slob. He should be taking pride in his appearance. And lastly, you shouldn't have to ask him to pick up after himself. We are not his mother.
2 years ago, I went on a date with this super nerdy guy from work because he kept offering to take me to dinner, and I was hungry. He works in IT. He has money, but he's not my type. Not at all. He took me to this fancy spot and he splurged
Yeah, but money is all women's type.
on dinner. I listened to him talk about work, but I didn't talk much. I was eating. Also, I made eye contact with a sexy guy sitting across from us at the bar. My date went to the bathroom. Sexy guy approached me and said, "Join me for dessert?" I left with him. I never did anything like that before. Best lay ever.
Damn.
The following Monday, I apologized to my coworker and told him I had an allergic reaction to dinner and had to leave. My coworker, "I know where you went. He's my friend. You failed the character test." I felt like shit, but whatever. A few months later, IT guy dates the new girl at work. Flowers on her desk, lunch deliveries, cute private conversations and meetings. One day we had a huge storm. I watched him fetch her car and pull up to the front door so she didn't have to walk in the rain.
Yep.
He's giving her a soft life. I deserve this.
No, you don't.
He's dressing better and looking better.
Yep.
They had an engagement party. I wasn't invited. Wedding plans are set. Other coworkers are invited, but not me.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I've grown since that night we went out, and I see what a good man I could have had. How do I get back with him before he gets married to this girl? He chose me first.
No.
I know he still wants me.
He does not.
See how they think they're all so special. He chose me first. No, ma'am, you were just one of many. He tested you, he talked to you, you felt the taste, bye-bye. Another woman.
He does not, woman. Move on.
Let that shit go.
Yep.
He don't want you.
Yep. You chose your bed and you don't even get to lay in it.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I call bullshit. Okay, but that's exactly the opposite of what.
Yeah, but from the start, without even knowing the context, she's one of those women that even if she knows she's wrong, she doesn't care. She doesn't care. She does what she wants when she wants.
What I'm asking you. So that's just
This is why I don't tell you anything.
right. So
According to you, everything I say,
Yeah.
everything that comes out of my mouth is bullshit. So why bother?
Okay, well then don't then. Then shut up.
Yeah, guys, can you see? She's very masculine and he's very soft. That's why women like this like beta males, because they can order him around. He does whatever she wants. That's why they like him. Because when a guy like me comes along and I see stuff like this, I leave. I don't stay. I don't even argue. So, of course, women like this resort to dating a beta male like that one.
Because I'm sorry. What is this? He likes to think that he is this person where, you know, I'm trying to communicate, I'm the peacemaker and blah, blah, blah. He is not. He is not. Okay, so do you want to do therapy? I thought that's what we were here for. Okay, so abusing each other is not therapy. Exactly. So, yeah. Don't. I'm trying not to, which is why I'm on my best behavior.
This is her best behavior.
Look at me. I am and try to follow my advice. Okay. What you're doing right now is destructive. It's not therapy. So just don't do it now.
According to research by the Gottman Institute, there are 4 key indicators that can predict a divorce with over 90% accuracy: criticism, stonewalling, defensiveness, and the last one, which is what you're seeing here, is contempt. And of the 4, contempt is the worst.
It doesn't matter, my guy. He's to blame. He chose to marry her. He's a simp. And this is what you get when you're a simp. This is your reward. Having a wife like this. Having your life ruined. This is the only way that simps learn.
This could be hostility, levels of disrespect, mocking or making fun, looking for faults or flaws in your partner, eye-rolling or sarcasm, or constantly correcting or always treating them like they're wrong.
If a man asked me what I brought to the table, I wouldn't be offended at all because I would just tell him. I would say emotional acuity, emotional fortitude, a regulated nervous system, intellectual prowess. I'm a free thinker. I'm well-read. I have spiritual insight that comes straight from the divine.
Yeah. From the start, no sane man will want to date her. Spiritual insight that comes straight from the divine, so she has a personal connection to God.
If you're married and you identify as being a nice guy, you'll find that your wife never prioritizes you. It's always the kids, her chores, the work, or anything.
I don't want to call them nice guys anymore. I just call them simps.
Besides you, and you'll find that intimacy is like a job that she really doesn't want to do. And this is the harsh reality for so many men because they've been conditioned to believe that being a nice guy will get you what you want.
No.
But the truth is, when you're being a nice guy, you're not being yourself, and she doesn't trust you.
I have a dating rule. Maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't. I
Okay.
have to ask for it. I don't want it. If I need to ask for you to make proper quality time with me, suddenly that time doesn't mean that much. If I have to ask you to get me flowers, I don't really want the flowers. And literally this rule is why I broke up with my ex, because I realized I had to keep begging him and asking him to make time for me and show up and care for me.
So basically you have to be a mind reader. So let me ask you this, ma'am. What if that guy thinks differently than you? He doesn't care about all those stuff. So he doesn't know that you care about all those stuff. And he wants you to tell him. Some women don't like flowers. Why? Because they don't last. And it's a waste of money. Have you ever thought about that? So how should I know if you actually like flowers or you don't like flowers?
If I asked, he would do those things, but I still felt like shit, and it's because I shouldn't have to ask for you to want to care about me.
Single men, or more specifically older single men, you may not want to
Okay.
hear this. You might
Okay.
hate me for saying this, and believe me, I'm not saying this to be harsh.
I don't hate anybody. I really don't care what you have to say online. I'm just reacting to what you're saying. But I really don't care about you or your life. It doesn't affect me at all. It doesn't impact my life. So why would I care?
But you need to toughen up. When it comes to dating, you need to toughen up. Because in 2024, and going into 2025, dating has never been harder, for men at least, especially older men. Women are more ruthless than ever before. When I say women, that's a general sweeping. I don't mean all women. But a lot of women are more ruthless than ever before when it comes to dating.
True.
They know what they want and they aren't afraid to go for it. All I need to do is look at the hundreds of comments and messages that I receive on a daily basis saying how they've given up on dating or they've given up on love because they've been broken-hearted, cheated on, scammed, lost their house, lost their children in a divorce, and they just can't, they'd rather be single. But if you do want to be with someone, again, at some point in the future, you've not given up on love, then you need to toughen up. You just do. You need to be able to, and pardon my French, you need to be able to source out the bullshitters. You need to be able to source out the women that are only after one thing.
Yeah, so basically she's telling you to man up and try to know what the red flags are and how to spot them. That's it. That's all you have to do, guys.
And you need to develop a thicker skin because
yeah, there are so many feminine men in this world today. So many.
Otherwise you're just going to get walked all over.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm not saying this to be horrible in any way, because believe me, I sympathise with so many of the stories, nearly all the stories that I hear on here. And it's no wonder that male suicide is so high. But you need to develop a tougher skin, or you're just not going to survive in today's dating world. On a more positive note, there are some of us lovely ladies out there who are generally looking for genuine connections and aren't just in it for money or status or, just for a bit of fun and to play with men's emotions. There are some of us still out there. You just need to keep looking. Please don't take this the wrong way, but get tough and have a great Sunday.
Hey, Brandy, you're just choosing the wrong kind of guys. You just need to go after a different type of guy. That's why you keep getting screwed over.
True.
Let's rewind and take a look back. First of all, a year and a half ago, started talking to this cute boy. And I was dumb and I bought my own plane ticket to go see him.
Okay, so from the start you said you were dumb. So from the start it's your fault. You already admitted that. So why even tell the story? We don't care. From the start it's your fault.
A $1,200 plane ticket because it was for New Year's. This man called me 3 weeks before I was supposed to fly out to stay with him that he has a girlfriend.
Yeah.
My non-refundable $1,200 flight, cool.
Yeah, that's why you don't do long distance. You don't even try to talk to people from other cities because it's not worth it, because you don't know what they could be hiding, because you can't see them often, because hiding things from you, it's much more easier if it's long distance. So why bother? If you bothered, it's your fault. Why did you do this? Pick better man. Pick a man from your city.
That is when I decided that I will never buy a flight to go see a man ever again for the first time. It's on them. The second guy, I was in a...
So she's still gonna do it, but the guy has to pay. Okay. I swear women just don't learn.
long-term situationship with him. But
okay, from the start, situationship. Another mistake. So how can you say it's not your fault?
that was by choice because I didn't really want to be in a committed relationship, but it was all good. We were all good. It was okay that we didn't communicate for weeks at a time. I was okay with that until, things just don't add up. So my friend put his picture on that Facebook group, are we dating the same guy? And well, within minutes, he was claimed by a long-term girlfriend.
Yeah, but why do you care? You were in a situationship with him. You told us that you weren't talking for weeks and you were okay with that. So what's the problem? I don't understand.